Welcome to the Obsidian Swan. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing a collective reading. What self-care do you currently need right now? Before we get started, just a couple things. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And then second, my dog is always with me for my readings, and so you might hear her in the background making little sounds like grunts or snores. So if you hear anything like that, that is my dog who always accompanies me on my readings. Just so you know, I will be using charms today as well, so I'm excited to do that. But first we're going to look at some cards. So the first card we have is Journal. And I'm just going to move this guy to the side. So we have Journal. We have Energy Work. Spend time with friends. We have Look for Fairies. Connect with your ancestors. Connect with the earth. And then we have Make an Altar. So I'm going to put this one down here, but just so you can see the card. So let's talk a little bit about these self-care cards. So with Journal, I'm getting that some of you maybe like to do junk journals. If not, that's okay, but I'm getting that some of you who are watching right now are into junk journals. Keep doing that. It's a great way to express your creativity. And if you've never done junk journaling, there's so many tutorials online. It's a great way to express your creativity, especially if you're into journaling. It's kind of like scrapbooking, I would say. Maybe they are the same thing, I'm not sure. I'm really into junk journaling. I really enjoy junk journaling. It's a great way to get out creativity. I have a lot of different junk journals. Like some of them I have that are like about my rituals that I do. And you can get really creative. You can use magazines, stuff like that. I have vision board journals. I have just like sketch journals. I also cut out different things and put different things from nature in. So junk journaling is just a really fun activity. It's a great way to even use a journal to manifest with. Like I said, like a vision board, but like in a journal form is a really fun way to junk journal. For those of you who aren't into journaling, or junk journaling I should say, I'm also getting to journal your dreams or to write down your dreams as they come up. Dreams can give you a lot of interpretation or symbols of what you're needing right now. So write them down and, meditate on them. Think about, the different symbols and what they mean. And for those of you, if you don't have a dream dictionaries are really nice if you don't, know a whole lot about dreams and dream symbolism. And they don't always necessarily give you the exact meaning of your dream, but you can start to decode your dreams a little bit if you do have a dream dictionary. And I have an affiliate link in my description box for a bookstore website which helps to support local bookstores. So it helps to support my channel if you like any of the books that I recommend in there. And it also helps to support local bookstores as well. So I will link that in the description box. And in my store, I have Dream Dictionary. I have cards, the cards that I use, all sorts of stuff, books that I like and recommend as well, spiritual books. So feel free to check that out in the description box if that interests you. But I am getting that dream journaling will be very beneficial for a lot of you. And it can also let you know what self-care you might be needing in your life too. You can also kind of decode what self-care you might be needing for your soul. as well. Next, we have energy work. And I'm really getting for a lot of you that just spending some time in nature with, especially with the connect with the earth that we have here. A lot of times when I spend time in nature and just quiet, in a quiet space in nature, I really feel like my energy is restored and I just feel so much better in general. So for a lot of you, maybe you also have like a Reiki practitioner you can go to, things like that. That's totally fine. But if that's not something that you can do, going out into nature is great, and just doing little things that help to restore your energy, like taking a bath or going to the water, or to if you have a beach nearby or a lake, or any area in nature. I'm getting like water areas would be really nice for a lot of you. And then we have spend time with friends. Some of you I'm getting have been stuck at home, or you haven't really wanted to go out. You haven't really been feeling your best. And I'm really getting to just kind of put yourself out there a little bit to the point where you're comfortable, but maybe go out, meet some new people, or reach out to a friend. I'm also getting, if you have friends that are into junk journaling as well, maybe you guys can get together and do some junk journaling, or you could do vision boards, things like that. So, and if you don't have friends that you can reach out to, this is also maybe just saying, just go out and, maybe go watch a movie somewhere, or take a walk in a park, or go to a museum. You don't have to go with somebody, but just go where there's other people and you can, have some fun, and even if you're not with somebody, you can do something that is enjoyable for you and kind of get out of the house, basically, is what I'm saying. Then we have look for fairies. I'm getting with this, not, to look for fairies specifically, but I'm mostly getting to add some more whimsy into your life. And maybe you work with fairies in your practice. I have a little like fairy garden that I made in my backyard that I really like. So maybe some of you would like to do something like that. I'm mostly getting from this is to just add, I guess the popular word these days is whimsy into your life. Put on a magical dress that you enjoy. My readings are for both genders, so if I say something, about a woman or about a man, go ahead and just reverse it for yourself. But yeah, I'm getting, just add a little bit more whimsy to your life and do something that makes you feel magical and beautiful on the inside. And then I have connect with your ancestors. One thing that you can do is, look into look into your culture, look at some of like the practices that they did. Maybe some of those things would be healing for you. A lot of practices, they even had self-care ritual, or a lot of cultures have different self-care rituals that they would do, and some of them, get lost in time and that they don't do them anymore. But maybe even talk to your grandparents, and if they're still here, and ask them, what self-care practices did you do, or do you still do? It's really nice to learn that information about your history and about your past. And then we also have this make an altar here. So you could also make an altar honoring your ancestors. And if you do offerings, you can also give your ancestors some offerings as well. And then again, we have connect with the earth, which we kind of talked a little bit about when we talked about the energy work. And again, just get out in nature, enjoy yourself, have a good time, have some peace. Maybe you can bring a journal and, write down some things. Maybe you can just sit out there, meditate, or just take a nice little walk, whatever you want to do. So that is what I have for the self-care cards. I'm also going to pull some cards from my deck. So I created this deck. It is a skincare self-care deck. So for those of you who are into skincare, you might enjoy these messages. I am an esthetician, so I wanted to create a deck that is kind of skincare related. And you know, the skin carries so many messages and can really relay messages of what's going on in the mind, body, and spirit. If you do like this deck, I will link it in the description box below. It is a digital deck, but you can print it out and you can just do what I did. I laminated it, or you can print it out on cardstock, whatever you want to do. But I will, if you do like this deck, I will link it in the description box. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards here and pull. It says you're not too late to skincare. You're right on time. So maybe some of you have started self-care practices and you feel like, and you know, whether it's skincare or any other self-care practice, it could be exercise, it could be all sorts of things. And maybe you feel like you spent so much time living in survival, or, you know, so much time not taking care of yourself, and you're wondering if it's too late. And this is a confirmation that you're right on time. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. It's never too late to start giving your mind, body, soul what it needs. And next we have inflammation is your skin's cry for peace. Less is often more. So some of you may be dealing with inflammation in your body or maybe in your skin. A lot of times people think that if they, you know, do the most, that it's going to create results. And sometimes less is more, especially when it does come to your skin. Sometimes all you need is a good cleanser, moisturizer, and SPF. And you know, you don't need to scrub your skin. Our skin is very delicate, so you don't need to do harsh exfoliation and scrubs all the time. Sometimes less is more, so just be gentle with your skin, especially if it is crying out for help. Exfoliation isn't bad, it's good when it's done properly, but a lot of times people want to go really hard with exfoliation, and sometimes less is more. You don't need to go too crazy. Your skin responds to love, care, and gentleness, in my opinion. And of course, we kind of got a similar message here. There is nothing to force. Your glow responds to presence, not pressure. So yeah, again, you don't need to, and I'm even getting just in general, you don't need to be so hard on yourself, especially those of you who have very sensitive nervous systems. You know, just take some time. I'm getting to be more gentle with yourself than hard. So, you know, you don't need to force yourself to do super hard workouts or force yourself on really, really strict diets. Maybe take a step back, ask your body, your skin, whatever, what it needs, and just take some time to give yourself the love and the presence that you need. So sometimes gentleness and more presence gives better results than the forcing and the pressure, if that makes sense. And then we have inhale calm, exhale tension, relax and let your skin feel the release of stress. So again, bringing more calm, more relaxation into your life is going to help you to start to feel better in your own mind, body, and soul. So that's what I have for your cards right now. I'm going to go ahead and move these aside, and let's go ahead and get into our charms. So this can get a little loud, so I'm just going to give you a warning ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and shake this up. here are our charms. I'm just going to be pulling them out. So I'm actually going to start with we got a lot of tarot cards here, and sometimes those will just come out. A lot of them will start coming out, which is why I decided to pull handfuls, because I want to do more charms. So we have the Devil upright. And with the Devil, I'm getting to bring in some more playfulness, some more pleasure into your life. Just bringing in some more liveliness and fun into your life. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles reverse talks about not having any passion in our lives right now. So I'm getting with it right next to the Devil, just to bring in more passion, more joy, more experiences into your life. So right now you may feel like there's no passion, but you know, again, going back to like our self-care cards, what kind of things do you enjoy? And maybe, you know, we talked about junk journaling, but maybe it's something different. Maybe it's other creative endeavors. Maybe you like to crochet, things like that. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles upright. So with the Seven of Pentacles upright, I think it also goes back to our self-care cards, where I was talking about how, or we had gotten the card about, I believe it was, it's never too late to start. And this card is all about planting seeds and those seeds flourishing. And so again, I think that's just confirmation that you are on the right path. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles. And I think the Nine of Pentacles right next to the Seven of Pentacles just confirms, you know, your abundance is coming. The calm is coming. Or all the work that you have put in, so maybe the work into yourself, you're going to start seeing results. Then we have the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. And the Four of Swords just talks about rest, restoring your energy. And the Six of Cups also talks about healing and restoration. So interesting that we got those two cards next to each other. Then we have the Two of Cups reversed. And I feel like this might be your current energy, or the energy that you're coming out of. Just feeling a disconnection from yourself, maybe some tension in your life, stress. And this reading is confirmation that you're moving out of that energy. And then we have, you know, the Magician that comes up next. And that's all about creation, mastery. So you're mastering your self-care, you're mastering your next phase. And then we have the King of Swords. And with the King of Swords, I'm really getting to, you know, start to organize things right now if you haven't already, and just kind of, I'm getting like, again, I'm getting journals, like writing down a little schedule for your self-care or for your beauty. You know, just kind of getting things in order. I'm almost feeling like organization, writing things down, making lists are really going to help you to feel less stress. If there's something that's on your mind, writing it down so you can take it out of your mind and put it on paper, and just kind of organizing your thoughts, or, you know, putting it in your phone, however you do it. Then we have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords talks about a cycle ending. So again, I feel like this is you coming into a new you. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I'm really getting that you need to focus on nurturing yourself more. So again, I think we kind of talked about this. I feel like you've kind of been in a place where either you were going too hard on yourself, or you know, weren't doing much for yourself. And so this just talks about, you know, getting back into nurturing yourself. And then we also have the Knight of Swords, and that is reversed. And I really feel like just the Knight of Swords is also talking about, you know, what we had talked about before, where there's just really no direction when it came to caring for yourself. But I really feel like you're walking into where you're gonna start having more intention when it comes to your mind, body, and soul. And then we have the Hermit upright, and I really feel like the Hermit is maybe what some of you have been doing currently, is just kind of, you know, staying in your own little bubble, staying in your home, spending some time caring for yourself. Some of you may need that time to just really focus on yourself, focus on replenishing that energy. But I also feel for a lot of you, it won't hurt to go outside and, you know, get some fresh air, go out into nature. Like I said, maybe go to a museum, things like that, and just kind of take little baby steps of getting back out there again, especially if you've been cooped up. So those are your cards. Let's just go ahead and move those aside and see what charms we have here. So we have Weiler's Light. I'm really getting with this one to get some electrolytes into your water. And I'm also getting to maybe do some water that's infused with like cucumbers and lemon, things like that, especially for those of you who don't really like water so much. We got 44 with our dice here. And then we also got the Care Bears, which also talks about, you know, taking care of yourself, self-care. Which one did we get here? Not really sure what it has on its stomach, but it is purple. Really cute. I'll show you. All right, so let's go in order. We already talked about the lemon water. And then we also have this dinosaur, this mood ring. With the mood ring, I'm getting that some of you may have dealt with some strong emotions. And so, you know, doing some self-care will really help to get you in touch more with your body, ground you. I think you guys are moving into less stress, calmer waters. With the dinosaur, I don't know why the dinosaur feels to me like representing spirit guides or like protectors or like a dragon. So I'm really like getting with the dinosaur that you are protected. With the shells, I'm getting also, again, like some of you may connect with water, going to the beach. With the crystals, I'm really getting like earth, and like with them being more on the yellow side, like sun, earth. Again, like getting back out into nature. And then we have these little grapes here. The grapes look very whimsical to me. So again, I think that's confirmation of like whimsy. And then we have the sunflower here too. And I had just said, you know, talking about the sun and, you know, getting out there, getting out in the sunlight. Make sure you wear your SPF, of course. And then we have this little hat, and which also looks like a little sun hat. And then we have like these two little lollipops here. So again, like bringing more sweetness in your life with the sweet. We have this piano here. So maybe music will help to move, you know, some of the, for some of you who've been feeling like more deeper emotions, will help to kind of like help you move those emotions out of your body and let you more process things, so you can feel more clear. When you have really strong emotions, they can sometimes cloud your mind, and you may not think as clearly. So then we have M with the strawberries. So some of your names might start with the letter M. I'm also getting like make strawberry foods or foods that have strawberries in them. With the rose, I'm getting, some of you may really like rose water. I'm getting like I have a little like rose spray mist, and I don't know why, but just like I love the smell of rose. It just really like calms and relaxes me. So maybe even like do like a rose petal bath, or make like a, I don't know if you can, I think you can make like rose tea as well. If not, like, don't do that, but I'm pretty sure you can. Like, I think they have like rose tea. I just had like a little sweet pistachio tree that had like rose petals on it. So rose can just be like really healing. So then we have Taurus. Like I said, some of you might be a Taurus, and it says incrusator. Incrusator. I'm not sure if I said that right. I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe some of you will, it'll mean something to you. And then we have friendly, and with the Aquarius. And then we also have Capricorn, and we have ambitious, Sagittarius, and we have Optimus. And then with the bunny, I'm getting things are going to start moving a lot faster for you, but in a good way. Like, I think you've been waiting for change, for things to like feel better. And I'm really feeling like with the bunny, like, and bunnies also to me like represent spring, so like a fresh start. And then we have this, it's like a little like finger massager. So I'm getting like maybe get a massage or get like little tools that help areas of your body to feel better, whether it's like there's like different tools that you can like massage your scalp with, or there's something that I use, it's like called a Theracane, and you can like use it to like give yourself kind of like a self massage. And then we have this clear bead, and I'm getting like you're going to be receiving a lot more clarity. Some of you may also like to do like creative work with beads. And then we have this gummy bear. I'm getting with the gummy bear, like, again, like you're going to be a lot more like gentle. Like gummies are like soft and squishy, and I'm getting like you're going to have a lot more softness come into your life. Like things aren't going to be as hard and as difficult. And then we have the tapatio and the chili peppers. So some of you might like tapatio, and you might like chili peppers as well. I know I do. I love spicy food. Some of you may resonate with liking spicy foods. But if not, it could also mean like bringing more spice into your life, more excitement into your life. And then we have the banana and the carrot and the apple. So that could just mean like bringing, you know, more whole foods into your diet. We have the cone here. And with this cone, like I'm noticing like it doesn't have the ice cream in it. So again, I think that's again like bringing more sweetness into your life. Like it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so difficult. And we also have like the fish here, and fish to me represent abundance as well. You could also be adding more fish into your diet. And then again, we have the Angelie. So some of you may also like work with angels as well, if your name's not like Angela or Angelie. And then we have the ghost here, and I think that also just confirms like the past and a new beginning, and just kind of letting go of those things that were haunting you in the past. Like they're no longer going to resonate with you or be taken in with you into the new space that into the new energy and space that you're moving into in your life. So then we also have got the little 8-ball. So if you want to ask a question, and I'll just kind of shake this up and we'll see what it says. If you need more time, you can pause the video, but we're going to go ahead and start now. So just think of a question, and again, you can write this question down if you'd like as well. All right, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so it does say no. I don't know if you can see it, but it says no. And I'm getting for a lot of you, it may be a no right now, but a yes later on. Like there may be some things that you need to get in order first before you can move forward. So again, only if that resonates with you, take the answer with a grain of salt. But that's all I'm getting for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was helpful for you. If you like my style of reading, if you like my channel, go ahead and please subscribe, join the community, and click the notification bell. It lets you know when I am posting more readings. And then, like I had mentioned before, I do have an affiliate link where I link all the cards that I use, books that I like as well. It helps to support local bookstores and also my channel when you purchase through my link. So yeah, if you like my cards, check that out. And also if you want to check out any of my dream journals or just books that I like in general, you can check that out. And also, if you did like this video, I would love it if you would give me a like. And if you want to leave a comment, I love reading the comments as well. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking on this reading. Bye.